Hey y'all, it's Avery Carl, author of Short-Term Rental, Long-Term Wealth. And today we're going to talk a little bit about what the most important metric is when analyzing short-term rentals. The metric that I'm referring to is occupancy rate. A lot of investors are really focused only on occupancy rate. And I hear every day investors say something like, I don't want to look into that market because I hear it's seasonal. I'm not interested in seasonal. We're going to take a look at a quick example using two of my properties as to why seasonality is not necessarily something to be scared of. We're going to take a look at a mountain property that I own as well as a beach property that I own. I bought both of these properties in the same year and paid roughly the same amount for each. So their expenses are very, very similar. Let's take a look. So this property is in a mountain market where it's not very seasonal. It's a pretty year-round market. January and February are a little bit slower. May is also a little bit slow. But for the most part, it's accessible year-round. And this property has about a 78% occupancy rate. Now, this property is obviously in a beach market. Its season is the summertime, so it is really heavy between the beginning of March and the end of October. After that, bookings are very sparse. It's really just a weekend here or there, maybe over Christmas, maybe New Year's. But the high season is between March and the end of October. And this property had a 66% occupancy rate last year. So what do you think? Which property is the better investment? The mountain property with the 77-78% occupancy rate, or the beach property with the 66% occupancy rate? I'm willing to bet that 90% of you said the mountain property with the higher occupancy rate, right? In reality, that lower occupancy rate property, the beach property that had 11-12% lower occupancy rate, actually grossed $62,000 more than that mountain property with a 10-11% higher occupancy rate. So I give you guys this example so that you don't get too caught up in one metric. Make sure that you are looking at all metrics to make sure that the investment makes sense. I see so many people get caught up in seasonality when sometimes a seasonal property can make more sense than a year-round property because of the income it produces. What do you guys think? What's the most important metric to you when analyzing short-term rentals? Drop it in the comments and let's start a conversation. This is Avery Carl with the Short Term Shop, and we'll catch you on the next video.